The only way, the fastest way, and the most efficient way to learn Russian is revealed in my highlights bootcamp. Please go and watch these highlights if you are really interested in learning Russian language the right way. Okay, there we go with another 12 letters. They look different, but the thing is, you already know how to pronounce most of them. Starting with the letter B, just like B in butter, B, bank, bank. The next letter is letter G, just like G in go, G, gaz, gaz. Letter D, D, like D in do, dom, dom. Letter yo, which looks like letter Y with two dots above. Yo, like yo in your. Zayom, zayom. Next letter is letter Z, which looks like number 3. Z as in zebra. Завтра, завтра. The next letter is letter Y, which looks like letter E with a little thing above. Y as in boy, boy, y. Yogurt, yogurt. The next letter is letter L, like L in live. Lob, lob. Next letter, which looks like a little house, is letter P, P, like P in sport. Papa, papa. Following letter is letter F, like F in face. Football, football. And now the letter E, which almost is like E in bed. E, examen, examen. Now you also want to pay attention that we read all the letters. Examen, examen. Letter U, U, which is almost exactly like the word you. You. Yulia, Yulia. And the last letter is letter Ya. Ya. Almost like in yard. Ya. Яблоко. Яблоко. Now another important thing to remember is that the letter Yo, this one, Yo, is always under stress. It is always stressed. Yo, Zayom, 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 Yo. And another thing to know is how do we find the stressed letter. This is something that I unfortunately cannot really help you, because even we, Russians, we don't know how to identify what letter must be stressed. There is no way to know, there is no rule to follow to know this, only that letter Yo is always stressed. But as for other words and other letters, there is no way to know. However, I will let you know a website where you can put any Russian word and it will indicate you the stressed syllable. Now let's do the handwriting of cursive and print, of course, starting with the cursive letter B, the cursive one, uppercase and lowercase. Now the print, super easy. Now letter G, something that looks horrible in cursive, in my personal opinion, and which is looking very good in print and also very simple. Now the letter D as in dom, uppercase, lowercase. And now the print, they are exactly the same, just except that one is smaller. And here you can see that the roof of letter D in print can be different. This is okay to write them with a triangle and just with a little box. Two options are available and acceptable. The next letter is letter Yo, which is exactly the same as letter Ye, except Yo has two dots above. Another thing to know is that sometimes Russians forget about this letter, and when they text you a message, or even in books, they just put Ye instead and expect you to know that this must be Yo. Yeah. Now the print, super easy. Don't forget the dots. Letter Z as in завтра, завтра. Pay attention to that fact that read all the letters. Завтра, завтра. The uppercase and the lowercase. The uppercase is just letter 3, which is number 3. And the print is also just a number 3. Now, Y, yogurt, yogurt. The uppercase. And the lowercase is basically the same, just like the letter E with the little thing above. And the print, super easy to follow and to remember. Now letter L, lob, lob. Looks like almost letter A, except that it doesn't have the final thing in here. And the print. Now letter P, papa, P. The cursive. And the print. I prefer the print. It is much easier. And now the letter F, football, football. And the print. And now the letter E, examen, examen. And the lowercase is exactly the same. And the print is also looking very, very similar. The letter U, Юля, Юля. And the lowercase is also the same. Now the print is, of course, very understandable. And the last letter is letter Я, яблоко, яблоко. And the lowercase. In here, in print, it looks like the letter R, the R, the English R, but it's just backwards, completely backwards. Don't confuse them. Another thing that you may have see here is that яблоко is pronounced with two A. Яблоко, it is only because these letters O are not stressed. That is why they are pronounced as letters A. We have stressed on the first vowel here. Яблоко. Now let's read all these words. You read first and I read right after you. Банк, газ, дом, заем, завтра, йогурт, лоб, папа, футбол, экзамен, Юля, яблоко. Another exercise that I want you to do is, of course, read the letters, write them down in cursive and in print 10 times each one. You can use the books that I have in the description to practice that. And I also want you to read all these words. Once again, please record me a voice message in Instagram with you reading these new words.